Hi, I'm Dave Picture, and in today's video I'll be looking at the 2026 fixture that Port Adelaide has just been given by the AFL. Of course, there is 24 rounds, not including opening round, but Port don't compete in the opening round. So you play every team at least once, so that will be 17 rounds of 17 teams. And then because we finished bottom 8, we get a pretty easy fixture. That's me personally. So we play 6 teams twice. So the 6 teams that we're going to play twice are North Melbourne, West Coast, Essendon, St Kilda, Richmond, and of course the Crows. So the Crows finished minor premiers last year. I think they overrated. But they're the 6 teams we played twice. And just have a look at our first 5 rounds of the season. The first 5 rounds is North Melbourne, Essendon, West Coast, Richmond, and St Kilda. But we could possibly be 0-5 in our first 5 games of the season. Or we could be 5-0. Hopefully the other way around. We might be 5-0. But of course, injuries plays a huge part. Saints, they're going to be interesting with all the players they've picked up. They've got our player, Nazai Wanganimilira, who assigned 2 years, still with them. Probably waiting for Tasmania to come in, and then he'll jump to Tasmania for $3 million a year. But yeah, that's the fixture. And we've got the draft coming up in a couple of weeks. So it'll be interesting to see how we go on the draft. We don't have any first round picks this year's draft. We traded them last year. We won't be doing much this year. But next year, it's going to be interesting because the AFL have given us approval and granted us access to the potential number 1 draft pick for next year as an academy player. That's Dougie Cochrane. We've got a family member of his currently listed on our team. I think that's his brother. So we've got, the Power have just advised us that we can nominate to have Dougie Cochrane. So we can actually make a play for him if he goes pick 1. So we'll need some first round picks at least for next year to bid for him. But of course, there's big talk that Zach Butters will leave. So we'll get some first round picks there for Zach Butters, but they'll be interesting. Cody Walker is dibbed as probably going as a top 2 pick, and that will be a father-son for Carlton. So it could be that next year, its first 2 round picks will go to both Port Adelaide and Carlton. Well, let's wait to see the draft, and we'll see what happens there. Until then, I'll see you all in my next video.